Hello, I am Ufberg, and this is my first minigame that I'm kind of working on. And well, it's not my first minigame, but it's the first one I'm like publicly putting on YouTube, I guess. This is a minigame that I call Besieged. Um, this is the battleground that's kind of laid out. I'll just give a brief overview of this area. The objective of this game is basically to stop the attackers from killing the king, which is all the way in this back area. Um, the whole map is designed to be destructible. This is oh, I never reset this guy for my last experiment. One moment. Reset. Okay, there we go. So the objective is to basically kill this guy. King, Lord, Royal Ass. That's him. Your objective is to defend him if you're a defender. Defenders, they spawn all the way in here. They have to set their spawns with beds. Right here. Or over here. And the attackers can't defend these, which stops the defenders spawning. So the defenders want to defend those beds, basically as much as they want to defend the king as well. But I put the two objectives close to each other to basically take some of the pressure off the defenders. But basically, once the attackers get to this part and destroy the lower section, they're going to be at like a final stand situation, is what I was kind of going for. Throughout this whole thing, I have these, I call them doors. I'm using a Tinker's Construct and Custom NPCs mod designed by Nopes, although I think it's controlled by someone else now, and I forget their name. Somewhat recent thing that changed. But Custom NPC Nopes mod and World Edit to kind of do a lot of this stuff. Anyway, the attackers can destroy these doors. Right now everything's kind of like frozen, so nothing's really working the way it's supposed to. But this is just one of the centers that the attackers can try and take over. But there's little goodies, so they get rewarded for taking other resources other than the king. They can also destroy, let's see here, maybe it was downstairs, I forget. It's been a while since I've been on here working on this. I think it might be all the way down here. But there's like little goodies that they can get to get extra resources. Unless I haven't made that yet. I know that's part of the plan. Maybe I didn't actually get there yet. But in these side buildings, there's supposed to be little NPCs that the attackers can destroy to get extra resources to help them in the assault. They can also destroy these doors to get resources, not much, and they can also tear down the barricades to get resources. There's a currency that I kind of set up for both teams. The defenders, they only build with the currency. So they can place barricades and whatnot. But the attackers, they can use barricades to purchase TNT, flint and steel, or to purchase soldiers to kind of help them fight. So, all different types. And for some reason, I must be on a different faction. So, if you're on the correct team, you can actually talk to these guys. I'm currently on the wrong team. But so this is like the shop of, I guess, the attackers. But this isn't where they start. They start in this pit. So the defenders, they start all the way in the back there, and the attackers start off in this pit. So basically the attackers have to set their spawn up in that skull with the horns. But they start down here. If anything glitches out with the attackers, they can use this, because for some reason, wait, why is this not working? TP? Oh, there we go. Server might be lagging a little. There's sometimes a bug on this server that I don't understand why, that when you right-click a bed, it doesn't actually set your spawn. So I do set up that quick TP for the attackers, because the way this game is designed is that the attackers are pathetic. They have, compared to the defenders have way higher tier gear and can do way more. But they can endlessly die and attack, and just basically, it's like a quick assault the whole time. They can destroy terrain. The defenders, they can only build stuff. They can only place barricades. Also, you keep seeing my screen flash with, like, oak barricades or whatever. I made a giant redstone, not giant, I made a redstone clock. This gives food and barricades to all players. every time this pulses. So here it is, bunch of repeaters, and they're all maxed out with their delay. I think it's like a quarter second you get or something like that if you put it on a max delay. I don't know roughly. I timed this once, I don't remember how long it is now. But there we go, I got goodies, and then it just repeats, going back through. These are just command blocks that have give stake or whatever. Actually, yeah, I think that one's the stake, and that one's barricade. I don't know, I forget which is which. Doesn't matter, but this is the clock that kind of gets the shit done. Then there's also the Besieged lobby. Here we go. In here, I have a whole system to set up teams and factions. These signs kind of just like walk you through how to do it. This lets you check who's on what team. Maybe the server's lagging, or no one's on that site right now. Not sure what that's worked before. There's a lot of experimenting that goes into this. I'm definitely by no means like an expert at this kind of stuff. This is me just kind of it's just really experimenting, really. But this lets you teleport to the defender's base. I'm not going to click that because I want to keep showing stuff here. So there's kind of two layers to this because Minecraft has teams inherent in it, but it doesn't necessarily work with a custom NPC mod faction system. So I had to create a Team 1 and Team 2 faction within the custom NPC mod, but you still have to select the correct team to actually be the correct Minecraft team so you don't hurt your allies. So this is how you would join Team 2. But you would also have to kill this guy. And kill him until you can't kill anymore to make sure your faction is correct. But this is the gear that the attackers have. Just basic leather. And they also get this hell hatchet. They use this hell hatchet to break down barricades. And all this stuff's unbreakable. Just because it'd be annoying if your gear was breaking in the middle of a minigame. And then so that puts me officially on Team 2. This means I won't damage the doors. I can fight the Team 1 people and all that kind of stuff. Oh no, got that backwards. These are the attackers. That means I can destroy the doors. I can hurt the king. I can destroy terrain, stuff like that. This is the defenders. So I killed this guy twice if I want to be on the defending team. There we go. And then this is how you would join Team 1. So the button there. And then this is how you teleport to the keep, your starting zone. They get much better gear. See, they actually pick up all their... Let's just clear out real quick. So I can actually... Here. My inventory was too loaded with stuff. Kill. Okay, now let's kill you. Okay, so this is the gear that you start with if you are a defender. You get a broadsword, 7 damage. You get a steel crossbow that hits for about 20 damage, and you get regenerating iron bolts. This will almost one-shot someone in full weather, because it does 20 damage. And Minecraft is weird with projectiles, depending on how high you are, or if you're sprinting while you do it, you do bonus damage, because damage in Minecraft for projectiles is based off of velocity. So this can sometimes do like 30 damage, but in the full leather, you do live one shot. So it takes 2 shots to kill an attacker with this, basically. It shoots really slow. Reloads. And there you go. So that's kind of like the gear of the two teams. We can teleport back to... Sure, we'll go to the defender side. Why not? So here, yeah, this is where you start when you're an attacker. So you gotta run all the way to the front line. So you gotta climb the walls, you know, get all the way to the front line. And the attackers can basically slowly destroy these barricades and work their way towards the king and destroy stuff. This map's destructible because I have an exact copy of it right over here. This is when World Edit really comes into play. So basically, I let the attackers pillage as much as their heart desires. So the whole world, like the whole map, gets pretty eradicated. I played it once with like one playthrough. I'm glad I didn't record that because that was full of errors that I had to correct, and a lot of them's been fixed now. I'm still working on a lot of stuff. But basically, the whole terrain gets pretty messed up. So this is the clean batch. I just copy this entire chunk, and then I paste it here after it's all completely obliterated. And that's the kind of the gist of the game. The way it kind of works for like competitive reasons is basically it's timed. There's no time limit for how long the attackers have, but basically you play 2 rounds, one on attack, one on defense, and whoever can defend the longest is deemed the winner. Slash whoever can take the king the fastest is deemed the winner. Depending on it's just whatever way you kind of want to look at that. Is it snow? Oh, it's high enough to snow. There we go. But yeah, that's Besieged. Wonder, do I have? No, I don't have the NPCs frozen. So this took a lot of work to kind of put together. I'm very new to the custom NPC mod, and scripting is, oh my god, I've learned that I don't like it, and I'm bad at it. So it's grueling to get through setting up this kind of stuff. And some of the stuff I do to solve the problems is weird. So the doors are basically set up so that they won't allow the attackers to run through, but they'll allow the defenders to run through. But the way I had to do that is kind of weird. Here, let me go back to the lobby so I can join the correct team to show kind of how they work. Let's join this. Bink, bink. There we go. Yeah, it's just join team 2, get everything set up nicely. TP base 2, okay, T slash team, whoops, team node survival. And we'll just get up there quick so I can show this. There we go, okay, I'm here. Anyway, I guess we can experiment with this too. So I can be like, hey dude, be my friend and help me fight. Come on, higher. There we go. The end is coming. That's his little word. I can attack. There's a little speed boost here to help me attack. I never grabbed my hatchet. Yeah, just go back and creative mode real quick temporarily. Creative. So let's say I broke into the keep, right? I get to the first little section. Now I can choose to either A, take the walls, or keep ripping through gates. If I come up here, so this is kind of how the doors work. They're a little weird, but they deal 0 damage, and they just like shoot wood to kind of knock you back. Now I can't do parkour and just kind of get by them, but like that's just kind of whatever. That's just kind of a mechanic of the game, I guess. So you can do parkour to traverse some of it. Not all of it, some of it's going to be hard, but you can kind of cheese the system, and that's kind of encouraged. It's meant to be a siege. You do what you can. There's no straightforward way that you siege. You can even, I've created a little bit of a shortcut over in this corner. If you get TNT, you can save up for your first stack of 64 barricades. You can use TNT and blow through this little bit of wall here, and then if you get more TNT, you get through this big wall here, and you're already have almost straight access to the king. You have 2 walls to break through with TNT, and then you do have the official final keep. If you do it through this way, you'll get more resources because there's tons of barricades for you to break, so it helps with currency. But you can rip through here and then rip through there and find the hidden goodie stashes. Oh, yeah, this is one of my guilds there. Let me fight. It is just a door. But yeah, so your little attackers can help you. And I have it set up that when those doors break, they drop barricades. So reset all. But yeah, that's kind of how the game works. Well, that is dark slash weather clear. Okay, there we go. Just that rain was getting annoying. But that is the gist of Besieged. Little things that give speed, yeah. Let me know kind of what you think. I will at some point actually release gameplay of it. I'm still working on balancing of resources and figuring out exactly how I want to make the gates, because in my trial run when I was making this, I realized that while it looks like there's gaps in these, the attacker, you can't actually shoot through these. If I go to aim for that gap, it just hits right there. So the attackers can just tunnel right through the middle of it, and then they're not under fire from the arrows like I wanted it to be designed. So I'm thinking of just having a front section, and then a back section, getting rid of the whole middle section. So it'll make it easier for the attackers to like kind of tear through. But like there's quite a few gates to have to break through. So I think I'm okay with that. And also through the trial run, after seeing the power discrepancy between the attacker and the defender, and the fact that the defender can repair barricades, it definitely was, it took way longer for the attackers to really make any progress. So I did some rebalancing on that. That's why I added the full suit leather armor. It used to just be a helmet, and they were routinely getting, like I wasn't always being one shot because it dealt 20 damage, and the helmet did a little bit of protection. But because Minecraft has a velocity thing, whenever my friend was up here in the tower, like having gravity would add, like it could one shot then. Or if he was like sprinting with the crossbow and then would shoot, like it would add extra damage. Or if I was running directly at him, my own velocity coming at the arrow would increase the damage. So I was getting one shot routinely, and that was not very fun because this shoots fast. Like yeah, it's almost like a railgun. So like it's pretty hard to like miss your shot basically. Like yeah, he just died right. Like it's a fast bolt. So it was a little definitely too heavily in the defender's bias, but that's been fixed now. Ish, I hope. I'm adding the full suit of leather. I hope will help with that whole one shot issue. So there's also other games I've made and worked on, and I'll have videos for those as well. I have another one that's called Hoger's Horde, and another one that's called Battle of the Shimmerals. It's a play on Cimarrols from the Silmarillion, written by J.R.R. Tolkien. At least the name of it's a play on that. I recently read that book and I had fun with it, so I just kind of took the idea a little bit there. But yeah, that's the game. Let me know what you think.